Okay, let's have a look at the trade from this morning. I don't normally go and add points in, but I decided to bring it in because I want to reiterate to people how important it is for some, it might be the drive to work with money. I think most people out there that I found so far are made emotional about money, and it actually sometimes gets easier if you just work with points. You set up your system, whatever system you're using, to just talk points language, because it makes it easier going from wherever you came from, heading towards a target, just keeping your eye on points. If this is based on a 2 Rand contract, or it's based on a 10 Rand contract, or it's based on a 50 Rand contract, that's a massive difference in increments. Now you throw into the mix contracts, quantities, 10 2 Rands, 10 Rands, 10 50 Rands. It even makes that ballpark even bigger. The other thing that I also do is I work with a win-loss ratio. So I'll have a look at my trades for the day, my wins, my draws, my losses, to have a look at what happened this morning. And it's another reason why it is an opportunity, but very risky, to trade between the time that your market opens until the time that the market opens that's going to influence your market. So the SA40 opens around 8:30, right about this candle over here. And if you climb in beforehand, because you saw that breakout occurred there, you would have been in profit by the time that this market opened. This market grew, it grew some more. Maybe you saw that the hour was getting close, and you did what I normally would do, is pull my stop close to me. So if it turns completely against me, then at least I get taken out in profit, or at least I get taken out with, if I had to be taken out in a negative, at least I've had a plan. That plan saved me from losing more. In this instance, if I was sitting over here and I didn't put a stop in, by the time this market opened and pulled up against me and just grew, that was the increment of 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, there was 300 points that it could have pulled back on you should you marry your position, should you not understand what is happening, what is going on. There is no real information at the time that would have told you that this was going to go that way. This line, the minor, was pointing down. It was in bear country. This is pointing down. It's in bear country. This is pointing down. It's in bear country. I can go on and on and on and go and fetch the 5 minute, for instance. Let's bring the 5 minute into the picture here just briefly. At 8:55, this thing started pointing up. That could have given you an indication that it is moving back. The momentum would have set you, but so frequently we've seen how this is a snapshot back in time. That thing would have pulled up, pulled down, pulled up, pulled down, maybe pulled back there. It closed there. So that wasn't a true indicator of what's going to happen. The true indication came right exactly at 9 o'clock, when this thing went from having closed slightly between those two, where we've seen it before, and it's no real for serious concern, where it just jabbed up. It crossed within a split second and it just ran, and then your divergence went into that area of growth as well. one of our rules slash guidelines is, if you see the sky blue color, you can trade it. Now, the moment I see sky blue, I start looking for the evidence that's supporting the growth over here, because it doesn't start off as sky blue. Remember, when it moves over here, it is still below T1, T0. Only when it got to a certain point did it grow above that. You start looking at your momentum. How wide away is it? At that point in time, the momentum on even on your 15 was pushing hard. It was showing a lot of growth. Bringing the 5 minute back into the equation quickly. Let's go to 9 o'clock. There you start seeing a weird type of color, and it grew and it grew and it grew. And your fact that your momentum is so far away from your vein and your vein predict, and everybody is just pushing so far away from each other, would have and could have said to you, this is an opportunity, climb in, and you can actually make your points, run it up to a certain level, and then get out. I decided to make my level just before a intermediate resistance. I climbed out, and that's the end of it. You could have gone further, but the points dictates your plan. It actually went past my plan. So to climb in again and keep on going could have been counterproductive, and very often it is.